30 black actors who couldn't stop cheating. What if I told you that some of Hollywood's most beloved black actors were living double lives, smooth on screen, messy behind closed doors? They played heroes, lovers, and icons with charm that felt almost magical, but their real relationships were full of secrets, lies, and temptations they just couldn't walk away from. Broken marriages, exposed affairs, and shocking betrayals, many of these stories were whispered about in silence, then forgotten as new headlines rolled in. So let's pull back the curtain and talk about the 30 black actors who simply couldn't stop cheating, and how their hidden habits nearly blew up everything they worked for. 30. Michael Jai White. Michael Jai White always looked like the strong, disciplined man who had everything under control. You watched him knock down villains on screen, carry himself like a king, and speak with that calm confidence that made everyone trust him. But behind that strong image lived a man who kept slipping into the same pattern again and again. Michael openly admitted that during his earlier years, he struggled badly with cheating, almost as if he couldn't stop himself. Fame gave him attention, temptation, and endless chances to make the wrong moves, and he followed those paths until his relationships fell apart. What made his story stand out was how sharply it contrasted with his tough, disciplined roles. You saw a man who could train for hours and master any fight scene, yet he couldn't control the chaotic side of his personal life. His honesty later shocked many fans because it revealed a truth they never expected. 29. Morris Chestnut. Morris Chestnut always had that clean, handsome, unproblematic image that made people believe he lived the perfect life. His roles were polished, romantic, dependable, the kind of characters who never broke trust. But real life didn't match that screen-perfect picture. Throughout his rise in Hollywood, Morris dealt with waves of cheating rumors that followed him from one phase of his career to another. Even though he denied many of them, the whispers never really stopped. Fans couldn't understand how a man known for playing loyal husbands kept ending up in headlines, accusing him of the opposite. The contrast between his on-screen charm and the off-screen stories created a strange shadow over his image. People who admired him had to face the uncomfortable truth that even the actors who look the most stable can have complicated, messy, and imperfect personal lives that don't match the characters they play. 28. Shemar Moore. Shemar Moore always carried that charming smile, smooth voice, and flirtatious energy that made people fall for him instantly. You saw him as the confident guy every show wanted and every fan adored. But fame brought him more attention than anyone could handle, and that attention pulled him into a lifestyle filled with flirting, quick romance, and messy endings. Over the years, cheating rumors followed him wherever he went. People weren't surprised because Shemar lived like a man who enjoyed the thrill of being wanted. He loved the spotlight, the parties, and the non-stop attention that came with being one of Hollywood's favorite good-looking stars. His relationships often ended with whispers that he couldn't stay faithful, and those whispers became part of his image. The same charm that made him a superstar also became the reason many believed he couldn't hold on to loyalty behind closed doors. 27. Derek Luke. Derek Luke built his career on dignity, strength, and quiet emotional depth. He wasn't loud, he wasn't flashy, and he didn't chase drama. That's why fans were shocked when cheating rumors started surfacing online about him. Even though Derek kept his personal life extremely private, the internet kept picking apart every photo, every moment, and every pause, trying to prove he was unfaithful. Some stories came from anonymous sources, others from people claiming they saw him getting too close with women outside his marriage. Derek never fed the drama, but the stories stayed alive for years. His image as the respectful, grounded man didn't protect him from the negativity that came with fame. The contrast between his calm personality and the messy rumors created an uncomfortable cloud around him. Even without loud scandals, the cheating accusations became a shadow he couldn't completely escape as his career grew. 26. Nelly. Nelly carried superstar energy everywhere he went. Music, acting, hosting. He blended into every lane with confidence, charm, and that bold style people loved. But behind the spotlight, his love life stayed messy for years. Almost every long-term relationship he had came with cheating allegations. Fans watched public breakups, leaked stories, and emotional posts that hinted there were many moments he stepped outside the relationship. His partners often hinted at trust issues, late-night behavior, and situations that kept repeating. Nelly enjoyed the attention, and being surrounded by fame made it harder for him to settle into loyalty. Even when he tried to show a clean, positive image, the cheating rumors kept rising during each new chapter of his career. His relationships usually ended the same way, with people believing that temptation followed him more strongly than commitment ever could. 25. LL Cool J. LL Cool J spent decades looking like the cool, confident, loyal family man who had everything under control. But his wife later revealed that their marriage survived only after overcoming years of infidelity. LL lived the kind of fast, wild celebrity life that made cheating feel almost normal, and he admitted that fame brought him constant temptation. He was young, successful, adored by fans, and always traveling, which created the perfect environment for bad decisions. Behind the scenes, his wife dealt with emotional pain, trust problems, and long stretches where he wasn't behaving like a committed partner. LL eventually changed his life and worked to repair the damage, but his cheating years became a defining part of his story. The world saw a superstar, but at home, he was a man fighting to keep his family together after making choices that nearly destroyed everything important to him. 24. Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon's life has always looked loud, busy, and overflowing with energy. You saw him hosting shows, making music, acting, running businesses, and becoming one of the most talked-about men in entertainment. But behind all that, success lived a chaotic love life built on non-stop relationships, breakups, and cheating. Nick openly admitted that he struggled with loyalty, especially during his earlier years. His fame brought him so much attention that settling down almost seemed impossible for him. Even during serious relationships, rumors kept rising about him, stepping out and entertaining other women. As his personal life got more complicated, people started seeing him as a man who loved affection more than commitment. His honest confessions later made fans realize how deeply he battled with controlling his impulses. The world laughed at his jokes and charm, but his relationships showed the messy reality he created with his own choices. 23. Taye Diggs. Taye Diggs always carried that polished, charming vibe that made people see him as the perfect leading man. He looked stable, friendly, respectful, and grounded, the type of guy who seemed far from scandal. But as his career grew, cheating rumors started following him everywhere. During his marriage to Idina Menzel, the whispers never really stopped. Fans caught photos, blogs wrote stories, and insiders claimed he had trouble staying loyal on the road. The contrast was almost unbelievable because Taye rarely played chaotic characters. He played men who protected, loved, and stayed faithful. But reality told a different story. Even after the marriage ended, the rumors stuck to him for years. People noticed how often he surrounded himself with admiration and attention from fans, and that lifestyle made it easy for the cheating accusations to grow. His smooth reputation couldn't hide the complicated path behind it. 22. Isaiah Washington. Isaiah Washington's career started with powerful performances and a reputation for being intensely dedicated to his roles. But his personal life didn't stay clean. Alongside other controversies, cheating accusations began swirling around him during his marriage. People close to him claimed he struggled with staying committed, especially while dealing with his own emotional battles. Fame added pressure, and rumors said he turned to relationships outside his marriage as an escape. These stories added another layer to the challenges Isaiah already faced in Hollywood, making his name harder to separate from drama. Fans who admired his acting found it difficult to understand how a man with so much strength on screen could create so much pain behind the scenes. The cheating allegations didn't fade away quickly. They stuck to his image, showing how even great talent can be overshadowed when personal choices become louder than the work itself. 21. Malik Yoba. Malik Yoba always had a powerful presence on screen. He played characters with honor, strength, and emotional depth, making people believe he lived the same way in real life. But his relationships told a different story. Through the years, Malik faced several cheating accusations from partners who felt betrayed and hurt. Some claimed he drifted into emotional affairs. Others said he crossed lines with women he met while working. Because Malik rarely spoke about his private life, the rumors built their own life around him. Fans saw him as a caring man on television, but the women who lived with him dealt with instability and trust issues that kept repeating. His career kept rising, but at home, things kept breaking apart. The cheating allegations created a contrast between the hero people watched and the complicated man struggling with loyalty in real life. 20. Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes looked unstoppable on screen, powerful, disciplined, sharp, and always in control. But his personal life didn't follow that same structure. Throughout the 90s and 2000s, Wesley faced repeated cheating allegations from partners and insiders who claimed he lived a fast, unpredictable lifestyle. Women said he shifted from romance to betrayal without warning, creating emotional damage that lasted long after the relationships ended. Fame made him fearless, and attention from fans only fed his behavior. Behind the scenes, Wesley struggled with commitment, often choosing excitement over stability. His image as a strong, focused hero didn't match the messy reality of his love life, where loyalty seemed almost impossible for him. The cheating stories became a steady part of his name in Hollywood, painting him as a man whose personal decisions often clashed with the disciplined characters he played so convincingly. 19. Clifton Powell. Clifton Powell built a long career playing intense, unforgettable characters. He delivered emotion, power, and raw energy every time he stepped in front of the camera. But off-screen, his love life was nowhere near as controlled. Over the years, Clifton faced multiple cheating accusations from women who said he struggled with loyalty. Some relationships collapsed after claims of his stepping out with younger women, while others fell apart because he kept repeating the same patterns. Even though Clifton never turned into a loud tabloid scandal, the rumors stayed steady. People close to him suggested he lived a lifestyle that made commitment difficult, especially while traveling and working non-stop. Fans saw a man who could play any role, but the partners in his life dealt with constant doubt and emotional imbalance. His long career kept growing, but the whispers about infidelity followed him from one chapter to the next. 18. Tyrese Gibson. Tyrese Gibson always presented himself as passionate, romantic, and deeply expressive. His music, movies, and interviews showed a man who loved hard and felt everything intensely. But that same emotional energy made his relationships unstable. Throughout both his marriages, Tyrese faced cheating accusations that painted a messy picture of his private life. His partners suggested he struggled with loyalty and attention from other women, especially during emotional highs and lows. Tyrese often spoke about love publicly, yet his actions behind the scenes didn't always match the words he shared. Fame placed him in environments where temptation never stopped, and Tyrese didn't always make the healthiest choices. The cheating allegations added tension to already fragile relationships, turning love into long arguments, separations, and painful endings. His dramatic personality made every mistake bigger, and each breakup revealed how deeply he battled with staying faithful while trying to keep love alive. 17. Mos Def. Mos Def carried a unique energy, artistic, unpredictable, and deeply expressive. He moved through life like a man who answered to no one, and that attitude shaped both his music and his relationships. Over the years, Mos Def faced many cheating allegations from partners who said he struggled with commitment. His lifestyle was fast, creative, and filled with movement, making it easy for him to fall into situations that looked like infidelity or turned into it. He lived between countries, studios, shows, and communities, and with that constant flow of attention came emotional chaos. While fans admired his intellect and creativity, the women in his life often dealt with inconsistency and betrayal. The cheating stories became part of the pattern surrounding him, showing how his free-spirited nature also brought deep instability. For Mos Def, love seemed like something he felt strongly, but struggled to protect with loyalty. 16. Method Man. Method Man always tried to keep his personal life private, especially his marriage. He carried a quiet pride about protecting his family from the spotlight. But everything changed when an affair he tried to hide for years came out publicly. The exposure happened in a messy, unexpected way, leaving his wife deeply hurt and his fans shocked. The cheating rumors didn't stay rumors anymore, they turned into a confirmed part of his story. behind the tough rapper and successful actor was a man who struggled to stay committed while balancing fame, touring, and temptation. Even though Method Man avoided talking about it, the situation revealed cracks in his image that people didn't expect. He looked loyal, grounded, and focused. But the secret affair proved he had vulnerabilities like anyone else. The scandal became one of the rare personal moments that broke through his carefully guarded life. 15. Marquez Houston. Marquez Houston became famous at a young age, stepping into music, acting, and the spotlight before he fully understood adult relationships. As his career grew, so did the rumors about him cheating. His early years included several accusations from girlfriends who said he wasn't loyal and often mixed fame with flirtation. Even after moving from music into film and television, the pattern of messy breakups and cheating claims continued. Marquez lived in a fast circle surrounded by attention, admiration, and people who constantly wanted a piece of his time. Instead of stability, he leaned into the excitement, and his relationships suffered. The cheating allegations stuck to his name for years and became part of how people remembered his early career. While he tried later to rebuild a more mature image, the stories from his past remained strong reminders of how fame shaped his decisions when he was still growing. 14. Columbus Short. Columbus Short had everything going for him: talent, looks, success, and a career that was rising fast. But behind the fame, his personal life was falling apart piece by piece. Columbus faced multiple cheating accusations during his marriages, and each rumor added fuel to the fire already surrounding him. What made it worse was that the cheating often came out during moments when his relationships were already unstable. Partners accused him of stepping out, lying, and living a double life while pretending everything was normal. Fans were shocked because he looked like a man ready to take Hollywood by storm, yet his private decisions kept dragging him into drama. His career momentum slowed as scandals piled up, including violence, court issues, and repeated infidelity. Instead of controlling the chaos, he let it grow until it overshadowed almost everything he achieved on screen. 13. Dwayne Wade. Even though he isn't mainly known as an actor, Dwayne Wade's actor-level public presence, film features, and entertainment influence made him a Hollywood figure, and his cheating scandal became one of the most talked-about stories in black celebrity culture. While in a serious relationship with Gabrielle Union, Dwayne fathered a child with another woman, a moment that shocked fans everywhere. The news broke like a storm, painting him as a man who struggled with loyalty even while building a new love story. The scandal forced him to speak publicly, repair damage, and face the consequences of his actions. It became a defining chapter in his life, something people still bring up years later. His cheating didn't just hurt his partner, it created a massive wave in pop culture, proving that even the biggest stars can face emotional storms from their own decisions. 12. Ray J. Ray J built his entire public image around flashiness, drama, and unpredictable behavior. Whether it was music, reality shows, or public feuds, Ray J always found his way into headlines. But his love life was even messier. Throughout his relationships, Ray J was repeatedly accused of cheating, lying, and juggling multiple women at the same time. Many of these stories came straight from partners who felt betrayed by him. Ray J enjoyed attention, and that thrill often pushed him into situations that destroyed trust. His relationships rarely stayed stable because he kept choosing temptation over commitment. Even when he tried to settle down, new rumors about infidelity would rise almost instantly. Ray J's cheating history became part of his brand, turning him into a celebrity people expected to fall into scandal again. His charm brought women close, but his habits pushed them away. 11. Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy became one of the biggest stars in Hollywood, known for his comedy, energy, and unforgettable performances. But behind the humor was a relationship history filled with cheating rumors and headline-making affairs. During his marriage and later relationships, multiple stories surfaced, claiming Eddie struggled with staying faithful. There were reports of him stepping out with models, meeting women privately, and living a lifestyle filled with temptation. The bigger his fame grew, the harder it became for him to keep his personal choices hidden. Partners hinted at infidelity, tabloids exposed secret moments, and fans began seeing him as a man who lived two different lives. the beloved comedian on screen, and the unpredictable partner behind closed doors. Eddie's charm made him a superstar, but that same magnetism created a long list of romantic complications that followed him throughout his career. 10. Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx built his brand on charisma. He could sing, act, perform comedy, and win over any room he walked into. But his charm also made his relationships extremely complicated. For years, Jamie has been surrounded by cheating rumors from secret affairs, with models to overlapping relationships and private rendezvous that fans caught hints of. Because Jamie keeps his personal life extremely hidden, the rumors often grow bigger than the truth. Still, insiders have repeatedly claimed he struggled with commitment, especially during his long periods of bachelor life. His connection with famous women also added fuel to the fire, with many believing he entertained multiple romances at once. Jamie lived like a man who loved freedom more than stability, and that lifestyle made cheating accusations stick to his name. His success never slowed down, but his relationships stayed tangled in mystery and scandal. 9. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart built his career on jokes, confidence, and positive energy. People loved him because he felt real and relatable. But everything changed when his cheating scandal exploded publicly. While married to Eniko, Kevin was caught in a situation that became one of the biggest celebrity stories of that year. The cheating wasn't just a rumor, there was video evidence, blackmail threats, and a messy fallout that pushed his private life into the spotlight. Kevin admitted his mistake, but the damage was already heavy. Fans were stunned that a man who talked so much about family values ended up in such a scandal. His marriage nearly collapsed, and his reputation took a major hit. Even after rebuilding things with his wife, the cheating story remained attached to his name. It reminded people that even the funniest man in the room can make painful choices. 8. Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard built a reputation for playing dramatic, emotional, and powerful characters, and his real life wasn't any calmer. Throughout his relationships and multiple marriages, Terrence faced repeated cheating allegations from partners who said he struggled with loyalty. Women accused him of stepping out, hiding affairs, and getting involved with other women, even while publicly presenting himself as loving and committed. His fiery personality made every relationship intense, and those emotional highs often led to messy, unstable situations. As Terrence's fame grew through films and later Empire, more cheating rumors surfaced, painting him as a man who couldn't settle down. His charm made him irresistible, but his unpredictable behavior created a long line of heartbreak and distrust. Terrence's personal life became a storm of scandals, and the cheating stories turned into a permanent part of his complicated Hollywood identity. 7. Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon's dating history became one of the wildest stories in entertainment. Even before his massive family expansion, Nick faced years of cheating rumors during his early relationships and his marriage. Women claimed he had trouble staying committed and often entertained attention from others while still in serious relationships. Nick admitted in interviews that he struggled with monogamy and felt naturally drawn to multiple romantic connections at once. His fame only multiplied that temptation. With non-stop hosting gigs, music projects, and touring, Nick lived in a flow of admiration that made loyalty difficult for him. His relationships often fell apart because he didn't stay consistent, and accusations of infidelity followed him everywhere. While many people laughed at his humor and charm, those close to him saw how deeply he battled with maintaining trust and commitment, creating a pattern that never seemed to slow down. 6. Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson became famous for basketball, but his cheating scandals made him a permanent figure in Hollywood gossip. His relationship with Khloe Kardashian alone brought multiple waves of accusations, from being caught with other women to confirmed affairs during pregnancies. Each incident hit social media like an earthquake, turning him into a symbol of repeated infidelity. Even when he apologized publicly, new cheating stories kept appearing. Fans watched as Tristan promised change, then slipped back into the same behavior. His actions created heartbreak, chaos, and huge public backlash. Instead of being known only as an athlete, he became known as a man who simply couldn't stay faithful, no matter how big the consequences were. His cheating history became one of the most documented in modern celebrity culture, and every new chapter added to the image of someone who couldn't control his impulses. 5. Chris Brown. Chris Brown's life always moved fast. Music, fame, controversy, and constant attention. That lifestyle made his relationships incredibly unstable. Throughout his time in the spotlight, Chris faced repeated cheating accusations from partners who said he lived a double life. From overlapping relationships to rumored affairs with dancers, models, and fans, Chris became known for jumping from one situation to another, even while committed. His emotional ups and downs only added more intensity to the drama. Some relationships ended because of public scandals, while others fell apart quietly due to betrayal behind closed doors. Fans saw a man with talent beyond measure, but the women close to him dealt with a pattern of infidelity that kept repeating. Even when Chris tried to rebuild his image, cheating stories continued to surface, proving how difficult it was for him to break free from the cycle he created. 4. Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard may be known for basketball, but his personal life pushed him deep into Hollywood-level scandal. Throughout the years, Dwight faced a long list of cheating accusations from multiple partners who said he struggled with loyalty and honesty. Many relationships overlapped, and several women claimed he was seeing them at the same time while promising commitment to someone else. The stories turned into a tangled web of drama, secret messages, sudden breakups, hidden relationships, and public arguments. Fans watched as Dwight tried to maintain a polished image while more cheating allegations surfaced from different phases of his life. His fame, charm, and fast lifestyle made temptation constant, and he often moved from one partner to another without resolving the chaos behind him. Dwight's name became tied to a pattern of infidelity that kept growing, making his personal life just as dramatic as his career. 3. Tupac Shakur. Tupac lived fast, loved intensely, and moved through life with explosive passion. That same fire shaped his relationships, creating a trail of cheating rumors that followed him everywhere. Women close to him said he struggled with loyalty because he lived in a world filled with nonstop attention, touring, and emotional highs. Tupac connected deeply with people, but that intensity often pulled him into overlapping romances and complicated affairs. His unpredictable lifestyle made it difficult for anyone around him to truly feel secure. Even while dating publicly, stories circulated about private moments with other women, creating a pattern of instability. Tupac wasn't the type to settle, and his romantic life reflected that restless spirit. His cheating history became part of the mythology around him, messy, passionate, and full of contradictions that matched the untamed energy he carried in every part of his life. 2. Future. Future shaped modern music, but he also shaped a reputation for being one of the most unfaithful men in celebrity culture. His relationships became public entertainment because every few months, new cheating accusations appeared. Women he dated said he lived like a man who couldn't commit to one partner, even when he promised stability. Future often moved between multiple relationships at once, creating confusion, broken trust, and emotional damage. His huge fame brought constant attention from women, and he rarely resisted. Even his long-term relationships fell apart after cheating rumors surfaced or secret children came to light. Future's lifestyle revolved around music, nightlife, and movement, making loyalty nearly impossible for him. As the scandals piled up, his love life became just as famous as his songs, turning him into the face of modern celebrity infidelity and unpredictable romantic behavior. 1. Will Smith. Will Smith always looked like the perfect family man, successful, charismatic, and deeply loved by the public. But behind the polished image, Will's relationship history carried years of cheating rumors and emotional complications. Long before the world learned about the open marriage conversations, insiders claimed Will struggled with loyalty during earlier phases of his career. Several women connected to him hinted at quiet affairs, and old partners suggested he lived a double life while presenting himself as committed. As his fame grew, so did the temptations around him. Even though Will and Jada later spoke about their complex marriage, the stories of infidelity had already shaped how people viewed their relationship. His cheating rumors revealed a side of him fans rarely saw, a man trying to balance massive fame, emotional needs, and decisions that left long-lasting cracks in his personal life. So after hearing these wild stories, you can't help but wonder how many careers were nearly destroyed and how many relationships were left in pieces, all because they couldn't stay loyal. Fame might shine bright, but it sure casts some dark shadows too. And trust me, these scandals are only a peek into the chaos that goes on behind Hollywood's polished image. Now here's the real question. Whose story shocked you the most, and who do you think hid their secrets the longest? If you enjoyed digging into the truth behind the spotlight, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. There are plenty more untold stories coming your way, and you don't want to miss the next one.